Have you ever wanted to drive that fancy sports car or operate that old tractor, but didn't know how to use a clutch and a gear stick? This video will give you basic step-by-step instructions on how you can operate those kinds of vehicles. First, let's look at the parts we're going to be using. The first part is going to be the gear stick. You can shift between gears 1 to 5 and reverse. Second part is the parking brake. That's how it looks when it's engaged. You press in the button and move it down. That's how you disengage it. That's the tachometer. It shows you the working speed of the engine. And once it gets up to around 3,000 RPM, that's when you go ahead and shift up. These are the different pedals. That's the clutch pedal on the way left. You use that with the left foot. And the brake pedal in the middle and the gas pedal on the right, you use those with your right foot. Make sure you're practicing in a large, empty parking lot so you're safe and you're not endangering other people. And I always recommend having someone with you. It makes it more fun. Hi. Unit 1, learning how to shift. So the first thing you're going to do is press in that clutch pedal all the way down with your left foot. And you're going to hold it there. It needs to be pressed down while you're moving the gear stick, which is the second step. Go ahead and use your right hand and shift between each gear. That's first, second, third, and notice how I'm lifting my leg between each gear shift. You need to release the clutch pedal after each shift. Clutch in, shift, clutch out. Unit 2, turning on the vehicle. This is a fairly simple process, but it's good to know how to do this, otherwise you won't be able to go. Make sure your parking brake's engaged and the gear stick is in neutral or the center position. What you're going to do is press in the clutch pedal again and hold. You're going to be doing that a lot. So make sure it's pressed in and go ahead and turn the ignition to the on position. The clutch pedal needs to be pressed down when you're doing this. And since the car is in neutral, you can go ahead and release the clutch pedal. Unit 3, driving in first and second gear. This is a tricky one, so make sure you get a lot of practice in here. The first step is going to be to press in the brake pedal with your right foot, and you're going to go ahead and disengage the parking brake. This is just to make sure you're not moving or rolling anywhere. You're staying in one spot for now. The third step, you're going to go ahead and press in the clutch pedal and go ahead and shift into first gear. Make sure your clutch pedal stays pressed down. Now this is the tricky part. This is where you need to slowly release the clutch pedal while also pressing the gas pedal. So while you release the clutch pedal slowly with your left foot, go ahead and give it some gas. Your car should start moving slowly forward. To help you with this, use the tachometer and try and keep your RPMs between 1500 and 3000. And if it falls below that, the engine's going to end up stalling out. Car turns off. If it does, just turn on the car again and repeat the steps 1 to 4. Once you get moving in first gear, go ahead and try and shift into second gear. So once you start moving really slowly and you get up to speed, go ahead, shift down into second. Press in that clutch pedal, shift and release. You should shift to once you get around 3,000 RPM, but you can shift a little bit sooner than that if you start moving. Once you feel comfortable, go ahead and slow down, shift into neutral, press the brake pedal. This concludes my instructions on driving a stick shift car. Shifting into the higher gears requires higher speeds, which you can't really do in a parking lot. But if you can master first and second gear, you can do second, third, fourth, and fifth gear. Remember, clutch in, shift, clutch out. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something today.